Come on, what you got? I'm about to Mega Evolve, bitch. You ain't got nothing on me. Watch out for my Mega Evolution. Oh, hi, didn't see you guys there. I'm TK1904. Welcome to my first Great Art Game Review channel video. So like I just said, I'm TK1904, and this is my first review for Great Art Game Reviews. And I thought, hey, I'd start out strong with something that I'm passionate about, with something that I know more than anything else. That's Pokemon. So I'm going to be talking about Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Now, in Pokemon X and Y, you can just tell right off the bat, it is a little different than every other Pokemon game out there. In the very beginning, the opening scene, a Pokemon, the new bird Pokemon Fletchling will wake you up by pretty much pecking on your face, basically. It is just like the same opening to the Pokemon X and Y series when you first see Serena. Now, also in the opening scenes, you also see differences between the genders. If you're a male, you wake up, pretty normal in a blue room with a black Nintendo Wii U. But if you're a girl, if you chose to be a girl, then you wake up in a pink room with a white Nintendo Wii U, while also holding the limited edition Pikachu 3DS XL. I thought that was a nice touch because usually, as you guys may know, Pokemon games, they tend to put their leading console into the game. So they also added the 3DS. Now, one of the first things that I noticed is 3D. You're actually a 3D model. You're a 3D character. And it's just amazing. We as Pokemon fans have been waiting for nearly 15 years for something like this to happen, and it finally has. Now, as for the starter Pokemon in X and Y, and if you haven't played it, it's been out since October, what are you doing? I'm going to try not to spoil anything for people who haven't played it, for people who are still debating if they want to, still go out and buy it. But if I spoil it, I'm sorry. You can click away from the video right now, because I'm going to be talking about the game itself. So, see you guys next time. But for the people who are staying, the starter Pokemon are Fennekin, Chespin, and Froakie. And they look amazing. I mean, when I first heard of a frog water type Pokemon, I am like, no. That's the stupidest thing ever. And yet, I have the plushie of Froakie. Don't judge. But, you get your starter Pokemon from your 4 friends, who, instead of the professor in this region. So, it'll start out like normal. You get your starter Pokemon, and you battle someone, one of your 4 friends, who will travel with you and stuff like that. But when you finally meet the great Professor Sycamore, he will battle you, and he will give you a Kanto starter. Excuse me a minute. Excuse me. Sorry about that. A Kanto starter. This is the first time in any other Pokemon game that you get 2 starter Pokemon. And what makes me more happy is that it's from the Kanto region, from Gen 1. Now you get to choose, obviously, Gen 1, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Whichever one you pick, the Professor Sycamore will give you the Mega Evolution Stone. And I'll get to Mega Evolution and the Mega Stones in a second. But also, there's something, Generation 6, Pokemon X and Y, brings something new to the table, and that is Fairy types. We haven't had a whole new type in a long time, since they made Steel and Dark type for Gen 2. So that was pretty awesome. It threw a lot of people off because they were just getting used to the Steel and Dark type, the weaknesses and the strengths of, the Poison and the Dragon types. But yeah, Fairy type. And also the new Sylveon, the new Eevee, the new Eeveelution. I hate to say it, but it looks pretty freaking adorable. Something else that is new to Pokemon X and Y is the fact that you can move diagonal. Couldn't do that before. For 15 years, we just wanted to move diagonal. Now we can. Yay! Now, this little thing that I'm going to talk about now is something I love, but still something I kind of dislike a little. I don't want to say hate, but I kind of not like it a little, and that's Pikachu. The reason why I'm just saying Pikachu in general is because Pikachu has his anime voice. When you throw him out of your Pokeball, or when you meet him in the wild or from another trainer, he'll say Pikachu. He'll say his name. He's the only Pokemon to do that. I love the fact that they implemented Pikachu's voice from the anime, from the show, but I hate the fact, or I dislike it, that it's just Pikachu. I understand that Pikachu is the mascot for Pokemon, and I'm not hating. I love Pikachu. I loved him when he was fat, from the 90s. You know, back when he was fat and before he was skinny. I've loved him, but still, talking Pikachu, but the only one talking. I wanted to hear Squirtle or Charmander, or I wanted to hear what Fennekin and Froakie might sound like. Or hell, maybe even the new legendaries. You know, Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde. I touched on it a little bit with the Kanto starters, Mega Evolution Stones that Professor Sycamore gives you. Now I'm going to touch on Mega Evolution and Mega Stones right now. Mega Evolutions is a new type of evolution that is temporary for in battle only, that can give your Pokemon a huge stat boost. I don't know any of the stat boosts off the top of my head other than Mega Kangaskhan. You'll get a 2x attack because his little baby will come out of his pouch and help Mega Kangaskhan, or help out his mama or dad. Genders. But Mega Stones is something you could find within the Kalos region. Now, I'm going to be talking about Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y, and Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y, just because they are the only two Pokemon to have different Mega Evolutions between each game. Mega Charizard X, I'll put a picture after I'm done talking about him real quick, but Mega Charizard X, he looks more badass than Mega Charizard Y to me. That was the deal breaker. That is why I bought Pokemon X first, is because of what Mega Charizard X looked like. He's pretty much his shiny form, you know, the black. He's got some blue flames coming out of his mouth. How cool is that, right? Mega Charizard Y, it was still appealing to me, but it wasn't as appealing as Mega Charizard X. I'm not dissing Mega Charizard Y or anything. I have Pokemon Y also. Mega Charizard Y, he still looks a badass, but I like the Black Charizard better, but that's my own opinion. But Mega Charizard Y is still fire flying, whereas Mega Charizard X is a fire dragon. So in Pokemon X, if you chose Charmander, or if you can get a Charmander, you can get the Dragon Charizard, which many people for years have been saying, why the hell isn't Charizard a Dragon type? He looks like a freaking dragon, right? Charizard looks like a dragon. Why isn't he Dragon? Mega Charizard X lets all the people say, hey, I got the Dragon Charizard. The Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y, Mega Mewtwo X to me looks more buffer. He looks more like he should have more attack power. He looks a little meaner too. Than Mega Mewtwo Y. And Mega Mewtwo Y was the first Mega Evolution to be released. Many people, I believe, are speculating to say, hey, are we finally getting Mew 3? Because for so many years, people have been saying Mew 3, Mew 3, Mew 3. Well, it's not Mew 3, but it's Mega Mewtwo Y, and he was also in Pokemon Genesect and Mewtwo's Awakening. It's his awakened form. Now, what kind of a Pokemon game doesn't have bad guys? In Gen 1 and 2, you had Team Rocket. In Gen 3, Team Aqua and Magma. Gen 4, you had Team Galactic. Team 5, Team Plasma. And now you have Team Flare. Now, Team Flare for me is different than all of the other bad guys, all the other teams. Everyone else had a certain goal. You know, Team Plasma wanted to liberate every Pokemon from their own owner because they thought they were treating them badly. Okay. Team Flare, they just say, fuck you, kill everything. Everything except for the stuff that's beautiful. Now, Pokemon X and Y have 3 new features that sets it apart from Pokemon games in the past. Pokemon Me, Super Training, and Wonder Trade. Pokemon Me is a cool little way to get close, to make the trainer yourself feel a little bit closer to the Pokemon. You can pet it, you can feed it, and you can play these cute little mini games. Super Training, it pretty much helps you with competitive battling. I don't do Super Training because I don't competitive battle that much. I might if people want to. But the thing I do a lot is Wonder Trade. Now, what Wonder Trade is exactly is you put something up for a trade, like say I put up a Charmander up for trade in Wonder Trade. Through the power of technology, it'll randomly pick a person to trade with you. You don't know who you're trading, you don't know what you're getting until you actually see the 2 Pokemon before they swap. You can get cool things like another starter that you don't have, or you can get trolled and get a Weedle or a Bunnelby, or you know, these useless Pokemon, common Pokemon is what I'm trying to say. Now, I saved the thing that I didn't like about Pokemon X and Y for last. It has a lack of a post-game. Now, granted, most other Pokemon games don't have that much of a post-game either, but this one, to me, it seemed like they could have done a lot more. The only real thing you can do in post-game is catch Mewtwo, catch Zygarde, and help the looker. But that's just about it. I don't know why it bothers me that much. It just does. I feel like they could have done something with, you know, maybe Team Flare trying to get revived, or you know, maybe they should have had more of a story with Zygarde, the fabled Pokemon Z. Or maybe they could have had a story with Mewtwo other than just finding him. I feel like they could have done a lot more, but still, it was a great game, great storyline. It was, to me, I can't even play Pokemon Black 2 or White 2 anymore because the graphics. I mean, I'm not one to say, hey, these graphics suck. I play old school games all the time, and I just can't play Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 because of the graphics and Pokemon X and Y being so amazing. I guess that's all the time I have for right now. I want you guys to comment in the comment section 2 things. 1, what is your favorite Pokemon? Just let me know who your favorite Pokemon is. I look at the comments frequently, words. And also, let me know how I did for my first review. This is literally my first review video ever. Tell me if I need to improve, and also give me advice. If I did a good job, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I read them. Comment or like the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to everyone else who's a part of Gradar Game Reviews. I'm TK1904. I'll see you guys in the future.